Well, did you hear the latest regarding Jussie Smollett? Well, here we go, my friends. The Illinois, as some people say, Illinois Supreme Court today overturned the conviction of disgraced actor Jussie Smollett, liar and sack o' shite, who was previously found guilty of staging one of the worst hate crime hoaxes in the history of hoax fakery against himself and then falsely reporting it to the police. It was ridiculous. The court ruled that a special prosecutor's decision to, in effect, retry him in the case, despite the Cook County State Attorney's Office having previously dropped the charges against Jussie Smollett, was a violation of his rights. Now, hear me out. Quote, this is what the court ruled. Quote, "We are aware that this case has generated significant public interest and that many people were dissatisfied with the resolution of the original case and believed it to be unjust." Yeah. Nevertheless, what would be more unjust than the resolution of any other criminal case would be a holding from this court that the state was not bound to honor agreements upon which people have detrimentally relied. Ooh, that's an estoppel argument there. Jussie Smollett made a false report and lied to the world, lied to the good people of Chicago and to the Chicago police in January of 2019 when he speciously claimed he had been attacked by two men who shouted racial and homophobic slurs and epithets at him and attached or wrapped a noose around his neck. He told the police the assault occurred in the middle of a frigid, frozen Chicago night while he was picking up a Subway sandwich, and two rednecks wearing MAGA hats somehow recognized him from a show and immediately knew who he was and that he was gay and happened to have a noose handy. I think threw bleach on him. I mean, look. When I think Dave Chappelle probably gave one of the best adumbrations of our disbelief ever. So police initially investigated the lie, which Jussie Smollett claimed happened in the kind of posh neighborhood of Streeterville, but ultimately shifted focus to probing whether Smollett paid the brothers Ola and Abel Osundairo to stage this stupid attack after first investigating and looking at the brothers as suspects or people of interest. So Jussie Smollett orchestrated this nonsense, this fake, bogus, phony, and ersatz hate crime, paying the men $3,500 to help him. Why? Who knows, too? Who knows? We can guess all day. But after initially charging Smollett with disorderly conduct, Cook County prosecutors, you know who she is, right? One of those Soros folks, dropped the charges against him, noting that he had forfeited his $10,000 bond and had done community service. Now, this is interesting. Why? Did they agree to drop it if he did it? Or did they drop it after he forfeited his bond and did community service? I mean, normally you say, we're not going to do anything until we absolutely, positively know everything about what's going on. So after the decision was made to drop the charges, and after it drew significant, as you can imagine, backlash from the public, former Cook County Judge Michael Tooman appointed former U.S. Attorney Dan Webb as a special prosecutor in the case. Webb eventually refiled charges, but Smollett's lawyers now argue, successfully, that the new charges amount to a violation of the double jeopardy clause of the Fifth Amendment, which prevents an individual from basically being prosecuted twice for the same crime and the jeopardy it attached. Quote, it defies credulity to believe that the defendant would agree to forfeit $10,000 with the understanding that the Cook County State's Attorney's Office would simply re-indict him the following day. Again, they're saying, well, that would be crazy. Who cares? Did they have an agreement? Yes or no? If they didn't, tough luck. You forfeited your bond. You did this for nothing. You're a jerk. Smollett, Jussie Smollett, was previously found guilty of the refiled charges, and Judge James Lynn sentenced him to 150 days in jail and 30 months of probation. In March of 2022, after a nearly 7-hour hearing, he was ordered to pay restitution of just over $120,000 and a $25,000 criminal fine after being found guilty of 5 counts of disorderly conduct in December of 2021. Jussie Smollett never served any time, however, and he was released on a personal recognizance bond of $150,000 pending the result of the appeal. So that meant he was not required to put down any money, but agreed to appear in court when required. Okay, it was like an ROR. Release on your own recognizance. During the sentencing hearing, the judge called Smollett a charlatan and a liar who pretended to be a victim of a hate crime because he wanted attention, calling the hoax, quote, premeditated to the extreme. The judge said the evidence was, quote, overwhelming. Furthermore, the judge said, quote, you've been lying and lying and lying about this case. So there you have it, my friend. He apparently walks because no sane person would forfeit this. Other judges would say, hey, look, if you didn't get that in writing, that's tough. So Jussie Smollett walks, but he'll never work again. He's a liar. They say he was trying to do it to up his name, whatever. Look, incredible. All right, dear friends, thanks for watching. Welcome to our incredible system of justice. Have a great and a glorious day. Please subscribe to this channel. Please comment. Comment as you always do. Comment brilliantly. Comment in your own ways. What do you think? Is this fair? Is this fair? Put your comments down. The comments are important. People want to see what you say. Jussie Smollett, he won. He went like this. He laughed. But will a new MAGA country, a new tenor change this? We'll see, my friends. We'll see. So it's time for you to comment as you see fit.